So there are theories that Joe Biden isn't really the president and he's an actor, and that Trump is still the president, but he is the commander in chief because ever since 2020 there has been a war. Listen to what this guy says.
President Trump, since 2020, is the wartime president of the United States and commander-in-chief, of course. Mr. Biden, that you saw, has been buried in Arlington on the 20th of January, 2021. When all, not you, but when all this deep state fought, that's the inauguration of our man, Joe Biden. This is not Joe Biden. I've published the side-by-side portraits with the signatures. Trust me, it's not Joe Biden. The man that you see today in CNN is not Joe Biden. He's working for us, or President Trump, and the US military. He's a great actor. Arthur Roberts, mostly it's him. He's playing a gay game. I don't know where I'm going. And he's falling down the stairs of Air Force One and all that. Brilliant man, I mean, as an actor. And it's the end game now, which means it comes to a head very soon. It's not a belief that I have. It is, again, acknowledgement of facts, and I respect those facts, and that's why I call wartime president and commander-in-chief Trump. Because everybody can do this exercise now. You go to the whitehouse.gov website, you type in 13848, you hit enter. Then comes the extension of a national emergency presidential executive order. Authored, signed, and acted by President Donald J. Trump on the 12th of September 2018. It's an extension in the whitehouse.gov website dated the 7th of September 2023. Signed by Joseph R. Biden Jr. What's missing? The president title. So this is right in front of you. It's now coming out so that you can understand what's going on. I don't care if you believe me, really. I don't. I'm delivering you facts.
So I went to the White House and I went to search and I pressed 13848. In comes that very thing he's talking about, this executive order extended by Biden. Biden has extended it in all these 3 years, latest being September 7th, 2023. And this is the thing that was done by Donald Trump on September 12th, 2018, which is something about the threat of foreign interference in or undermining public confidence in the US elections. Now, he said that Trump was a wartime president. Listen to where Trump was saying that.
It's a number of people have said it, and I feel it, actually. I'm a wartime president. This is a war. This is a war, different kind of a war than we've ever had. I want to say that I know that this is a challenging time for all Americans.
So he's not talking about the Sniffles 19. That's what we thought he was talking about. But he's talking about the enemy that they're in war with.
We're enduring a great national trial, and we will prove that we can meet the moment. I want to assure the American people that we're doing everything we can each day to confront and ultimately defeat this horrible, invisible enemy. We're at war. In a true sense, we're at war, and we're fighting an invisible enemy.
When he says invisible enemy, he's talking about a real enemy, not the Sniffles.
We're working urgently with Congress on legislation to support the millions of workers.
It says something here.
Demand, and I have to say, who knows, but I think it's going to be a tremendous day when we win this war, and we will win the war. For those worried and afraid, please know, as long as I am your president, you can feel confident that you have a leader who will always fight for you, and I will not stop until we win. This will be a great victory. This is going to be a victory. And it's going to be a victory that, in my opinion, will happen much sooner than originally expected. It's now attacking, the enemy is attacking 144 countries at this moment. 144, that's unthinkable. There's never been anything like this. And it's vicious. It is vicious.
So what is that? And then you have Biden on his inauguration day, carrying his own bags and taking an Uber. Or something. What the hell is this? What is this? Then he goes to the airport carrying those bags. So yeah, obviously very weird, right? So I got some other videos, like this one, claiming that he is in a fake White House. Look at this.
21. This is Zane. I'm coming to you from the Conservative News Network. Last week I reported on the Castle Rock Studios here in Culver City, also known as Amazon Studios, and the video's gotten out now of Joe Biden at in his Oval Office at basically Castle Rock Studios. So here's the view, and then they go in, and here's Biden in front of his window like we've seen, okay? Just like we see up here in this picture. Notice where the black SUV is, okay? So let's watch that again. All right, so let's look at that upper awning, and then let's look at the aerial imagery over here. So this is Amazon Studios, and look at that ledge. The same exact ledge. So me being a photographer, I can tell you right now where they're at. So they're standing right here, and he's looking left, to his left at that ledge, okay? Watch as I play this video. You'll see as he turns. You see a red building. When he turns to his right, look what's right there. A bright red building. This just gets better and better. Okay? And then we're going to play again. And now look where his window is. There's that black SUV. Okay? And then there's a work truck up here. And I have another shot. Alright? So if we look at the aerial imagery right here and we spin this around, that is right where that black SUV would be parked. Okay? And they've also put a gigantic tree to cover up what's going on right here. So you can't see from helicopters and everything. So this huge tree that's so big that the branches don't come down to the window like they do in Donald Trump's picture of his White House, of his Oval Office. So he has those low branches that come down like we saw at the actual street view of the Oval Office at the White House. They have this gigantic tree to block what's going on here, so you can't see these reporters like we just saw in this video all congregating here before they shuffle in to film him pretending to be the president. So let's see it again. Red building, driveway, fence, yeah, it's all there. It's exactly where he is, and that's exactly why that big tree is there.
Yeah, that is weird, because when you look at Trump's White House, there are branches there. Where is it?
You can't where that black, the branches don't come down to the window like they do in Donald Trump's picture of his White House, of his Oval.
Yeah, he got a bunch of branches and things going on. So, you know what was weird about the inauguration? I don't know if you've seen this video, but this is from the press, you know, on that day. And the weather is different. It's snowing. I'm going to compare it to the real inauguration, but look at this.
Hey guys, we're here at the inauguration. It's the most bizarre scene you ever saw in your life. There's like 100 people at the Biden inauguration. And it's dystopian. So there's nobody here. There's like more people up here with the press overlooking the Capitol than there are at the inauguration. We're here with Fox News and CNN, and this guy Eric is great from TBN. He's a Middle East correspondent. Really great coverage. You know, conservative. So again, it's freezing here. It's like 25 degrees. It's snowing. Kamala Harris and Amy Klobuchar just spoke. There are more people at the West Palm Beach airport waiting for Trump than are here at the inauguration.
Did you hear him say that Kamala Harris and Klobuchar had just spoken? Okay, remember that. Because here she is, Klobuchar. Look at the weather. Compare it to this.
President of the United States, Joseph R. Biden Jr.
You see, sunny and stuff. It doesn't snow or nothing.
Chief Justice Roberts.
Look at that. Look at that. And compare that to this. One more time. That doesn't look like it's the same day. And then you had the military turn their backs on Biden. Look at the other one. Right there. Turning their backs on him. Those aren't, but the other ones are doing that. Most of them are turning their backs. Why would they do that? Why would they do that, right? And then you had Biden in a studio office for a couple of months. Remember that? Look at this. Remember this?
Yeah, perfect. I mean, right at the center. They turned it off.
Good afternoon. As I said in my State of the Union address, I'm going to always be honest with American people. Today, I want to talk with you about the cost.
Why would he be there, right? Why would he be there? And then you got this.
Inauguration again, and I noticed none of the military had any ranks or honors on their jackets. So I decided to go back and look at other past inaugurations, and I noticed Bush, they had their ranks on their jackets. I looked at Obama. This isn't actually the inauguration, but it is a laying of the wreath. For some reason, the video wouldn't edit that I found for Obama's inauguration. But you can see here, they all have their military rank on their jackets. And the next one you'll see with Trump. Trump has his. And I want you to notice, too, that all three of them were able to touch the wreath and kind of push it back on the stand. But I want you to notice Biden's on what happens with his here. Because his is different. Because remember, there's no military rank on any of the jackets anywhere. You can't find them. And you're going to see he doesn't walk down the steps. He walks out from the left if you're facing the tomb, which is weird. So you see there's no military ranking on any military officer there. They don't get to touch the wreath for some reason. They have to walk up to it and do this awkward, hey, buddy, how you doing, kind of thing. And then they stand there, look at it, and then they turn around and walk back. So why? I also want to point out that they did the 21 gun salute with 2 guns actually at the cemetery when he arrived to the tomb of the unknown soldier. And then you got these 3 knuckleheads that showed up for some reason, which is weird too. And they showed up way before the family did, because you can see the family walking in. But I figured out why they did the 1 minute and 22 seconds of silence or awkwardness from my last video. It was because they were supposed to do the 21 gun salute after the president got sworn in. This is Trump's 21 gun salute directly after he got sworn in into office as president. Now you can go back and you can find videos where you can hear Obama's going off, you can hear Bush's going off, but Biden didn't do it for some reason. And the military didn't have their honors on or their ranks. And it kind of makes you wonder, doesn't it? Now, I want to read this about the 21 gun salute. It says, in accordance with the ceremonial standard operating procedure of the 3rd U.S. Infantry, i.e. the Old Guard, the various gun salutes are assigned as follows. Each round in a given salute is fired one at a time. The number of cannon used in a battery depends upon the intervals between each round fired. Now, I want you to notice that Trump had 4 cannons firing. Now, the military code says they want a odd number firing, so this isn't all that awkward with 4 of them firing. But I want you to look back at Biden's inauguration when they're laying the wreath and he's pulling up, that there's 3 cannons there. 2 are actually firing every 6 seconds, which will bring it to 2 minutes and 6 seconds by the time it's all done. Now, this is interesting here. A 3-gun battery firing 2 of its guns with 5-second intervals between rounds and 1 gun remaining at the ready in case of a misfire. Such a battery would be used at an armed forces full honors funeral or for a state arrival ceremony of a foreign dignitary at the Tomb of the Unknowns in Arlington National Cemetery. So they were firing 2 guns that is right on with this for a arrival of a foreign dignitary. What's up with that? I think you can figure that out now, can't you?
So isn't that weird? Isn't that weird? If you remember, Trump during 2020, he said he was ready, like he knew they were gonna take the election. So I have a theory. Maybe they caught them and they gave them 2 options. Either we tell the whole world what you did, you know, that you tried to steal the election, or we're gonna let you pretend to be president, but you won't have the powers. I will still be the president, but we will let you pretend to be president to wake people up. You know what I mean? Those 2 choices. We either tell the world or we pretend that you're president but you're not. So how are you gonna have it? I don't know. What do you guys think? It's crazy, isn't it? This is the weirdest presidency of all time. This guy. I don't know what it is, man. But it's weird.